All right, welcome back to another episode of Producergrind podcast. Carrington and JB Wibby.
Yo.
First podcast of the year, first one of the decade.
2020.
Marc B in the building. What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? Can I cuss? Can I not cuss?
No,
yeah.
none
PG in 2020.
PG?
Yeah.
All right,
Just
I'm
going
with
on
that.
Disney Plus, man.
Disney
All right,
Plus.
let's go ahead and do it. Let's get the deals, man. I'm with it then.
Nah, I'm just playing,
Sure.
man. Say whatever you want.
Hey, dog, I'm with it. But yeah, Marc B, man, I'm checking in, man. I'm glad to be here, especially on y'all first one of the year. So it's dope. Let's start off with something fresh, something new.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we want to talk about a lot of things, man. One of the main things that sticks out is of interest to me. We talked about it, the other day when we linked up, is you really building out your Spotify and building out your brand as a producer and a DJ.
Yeah.
Definitely want to talk about the transition of a lot of DJs wanting to become producers.
Correct.
Definitely want to talk about leveraging success off of DJing and becoming a producer and a whole lot more. But let's take it back. Let's really just figure out your story and the history of Marc B and, kind of where it all started.
All right, so kind of make it simple, you know what I'm saying? We kind of chopped it up, but kind of inform y'all. I was, how I really got into DJing, I was throwing house parties, like, back in the day, like, in high school. My mom used to go out of town, and I would just, like, as soon as she would go out of town, I'd call all the homies. Hey, y'all come through. You know what I'm saying? They'll come through. We'll, like,
Where you from, by the way?
Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like 2 hours away from here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of familiar with, like, Georgia music, you know what I'm saying? So when she used to go out of town, my homies used to come over. They used to move all the furniture out the crib, so we used to never get caught. I think I got caught like 4 times, though. So I used to throw house
He
parties.
said never get caught.
I know,
Just
right? He
for-
said 4 times.
That's bro. We
How
literally
long was
threw.
the house party career? 3-4 years?
Yeah,
Only got caught 4 times?
yeah. I threw at least.
Once a year? That's not bad.
I think I threw at least. I say 80 parties in my house.
This nigga got slapped on the wrist then.
Yeah. Like yeah.
That's what, 5%? That's like what, 5%?
Yeah, so
that's
we
a pretty
threw
good
a
percentage.
lot of, bro. I'm talking about a lot of parties. Like the whole school would come through, like other schools would come through, and I think that's where I kind of got like a lot of my communication skills because I was meeting a lot of different people, from the hood people at school to the basketball players to the football players, like just that. So I would throw house parties, bro.
Were you charging for these parties? Were they free?
Free,
Free.
everything free, liquor free.
Damn.
Like free. So that's why everybody would just be like, hell yeah, like I just posted some shit. She was like, some girl was like, oh, I used to sneak out my crib and I almost got did by my mama. Like it used to be like that type of parties. Like you gotta be there. I know one time I threw 7 parties the whole week because my mom went out of town.
Dang.
It was like Marc B Mondays, Twisted Tuesdays. It was like a real club, but it was at my house. You know what I'm saying? On some wild stuff. So I used to throw that. We didn't used to pay. We didn't used to charge people to come in. So somebody had a DJ. So I was like, I kind of like virtual DJ type stuff. So I was just doing it on the computer, bro. I got a little cool with that. You know what I'm saying? When I came to Atlanta to go to school. With me going to school in Atlanta, the big reason I came here because I felt like everybody in Augusta was kind of going another place, and I was like, I ain't trying to really go where everybody was at. I've been seeing y'all my whole life, you know what I'm saying? So no disrespect, but a lot of people was going Georgia Southern, Savannah State, stuff like that.
Right.
I was like, nah, let me go to Georgia State. I think the only person I knew here is my homie that went to school with me. He was in like, I'm weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was in accelerated classes. So I was in all the classes with the cool people, the nerds, but then I throw all the house parties. But then I play sports. So it was like, I'm
Just
kind
make
of,
sure everybody.
What motivated you to do good in school?
I was good at it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I love math, bro. Math is like, I love math. So it's like, that always just pushed me. Like all the other stuff, I was just good at it. So I felt like I wasn't finna slack off. And then I had my parents. My parents was kind of pushing me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't live in the hood. I lived in the little straight, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like from being from Augusta, we already at a disadvantage. Ain't a lot of people coming from Augusta. So I felt like just me being in school was my backbone to lift me up to wherever I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So boom, I came to Atlanta. When I came to Atlanta, I was DJing, but I wasn't really like, couldn't get no bookings, couldn't mess with people like that. So what I do is I do the house parties in my dorm.
Oh my God. Were you on campus?
On campus, Georgia State.
Oh my
What
God.
was Piedmont?
North.
Piedmont.
Damn.
This was,
A or
listen,
B.
bro. This was the first time they
Damn.
opened Piedmont. This was the first year. This was 2012 or 13.
Isn't that where you stayed?
Yeah, for the people
Yeah.
that don't know, this shit like an old motel.
Old motel.
Slash
Which one you
hotel,
stay
yeah.
on the-
I stayed on the
I stayed
motel
there.
side.
I stayed in the
Ooh,
motel
y'all in the
side.
hood.
Yeah, not
Y'all was in
the
the hood.
hotel.
Y'all was
nah.
in the hood.
I was
I was
in
in the hotel. I was in the hotel, high rise.
Yeah, so I was like,
Sick.
I was feeling some type of way, but let me tell you though, I almost got kicked out of college.
Yeah, you definitely would get kicked
No,
out.
not because of that. The
Oh.
parties was like the lit part. Like I had a homie. I'm gonna tell you 2 parties we did. One party, like my homie was doing it downstairs.
Mhm.
So what we do, we made all the liquor in my room, and we was carrying chugs of whatever juice it was down to his room. Oh, we need some more liquor, Marc B. Bring another
Oh.
chug.
Yeah.
So now we were sneaking it, and everybody was in the hallway. Somehow the RA found out. My homie walked out his own room. He said, "Look." So now we like, what room is this? How you gonna leave your own room? Second party I threw, like I had some females smoking in my room. I used to smoke in my room. That's the second thing I used to do.
Gosh, then you got
I
ventilation
had-
in B.
Bruh,
There's no
I-
ventilation.
I had the hot box. If you know Piedmont bathroom, it's probably
Super smooth.
big as this. This the
Right.
bathroom, right?
No
we had probably like
ventilation.
10 people in here. And
Facts.
you know the tub
Facts.
is half of it.
Yes.
The tub is half of
So
it.
some people sitting in the tub.
Some
when you-
people
you
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
club.
Some people
Facts.
sitting on the counters.
Right.
Let me tell you what happened though. So I had this little ashtray. You're supposed to throw the blunts in. Cool. That's how we get the shit out. I air it out, whatever. So we did that. I was going back to smoke again though. When I went to smoke again, the whole bathroom on fire.
What?
Oh God.
Oh God, listen. I'm
There's
talking about
nothing even flammable in the bathrooms.
this. What happened? Instead of the shawty throwing the blunt out in the thing, she threw it out in the trash can.
Oh my.
That's dumb as hell.
Dumb, right?
You
So
must
I
have been
walked back
hot,
in. I'm
so
talking about
hot.
smoke out, not smoke from like steam. I'm talking about you can't see, like smoke. That's the only reason I'm glad I stayed in Piedmont Beach, because we opened the door and was waving the smoke out.
Yeah.
So it never was staying in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You might have set up the
You was outside the
alarms.
motel.
I was in it-
Damn.
My homeboys covering the alarms with their hands, but all the females dipped. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, bro. So I used to throw hella parties at Georgia State. That's my second thing I used to do. Boom. I went to probably my sophomore year. I linked up with this dude named DJ Blackboy. He Playboy Cardi DJ right now. I think at the time he DJ for not Schoolboy Q, it's somebody else. Travis Porter, but it's somebody else too I'm missing. But before Playboy Cardi or none of that, he used to DJ for them. And he kind of linked me and he was like, bruh, I'm doing this party this weekend. I got DJ the whole time. Come open up for me.
Mhm.
So I did the early part. He did the end part. That's when I kind of got cool with Dante and stuff like that. And that's when I kind of like circulated myself around the city just DJing. You know what I'm saying? Soon to be, you know what I'm saying? I linked up. I was like, man, I can't be just doing opening no part. I felt like I practiced so much, I felt like I was getting better. So I felt like I need to get a chance to close some stuff, do something past just, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, dang, I got this one dude, his name Julio. He let me close his party. Him and Tone Boogie, they let me close their party. I went crazy. I had, bruh. And the funny thing is, I did that party with a Toshiba. Not no Mac, not no, and my thing almost crashed. I know 2 weeks later, my computer crashed. So if it would have crashed live, I would have been
Right.
done.
Right.
Like, people would have really been like, I'm not booking you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I got through that party, bro. I went so crazy, bro. After that, everybody tried to book me to close their party.
Well, did you get paid for that party or no?
Yeah, I got paid. You know what I'm saying? At first, though, I DJing for the low, DJing for this, because I was already straight off going to school, so I wasn't really pressed for the money. It was just for like the opportunity of me doing what I need to do. So eventually, they let me start closing parties. And then soon enough, I started getting on Mansion and doing hella more stuff after that. So yeah, kind of the beginning, that's how it kind of worked. And that's how I got a little big place where we at now.
Not to stay too much on this topic, but for the DJs out there that are just getting started, what's like a good price that they should be charging, like for like, you know, like a 4 hour, 4 hour type night type shit?
It depends, bruh. It depends on what place you at in your career. It depends on what city you in. I think that's a big thing. I feel like being in Atlanta, people hold DJs. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many.
It's too many. Just like anything. Lash, text, people who do weave, people who rap, they're going to try to undercut you because they can feel like they can get somebody else to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Engineers.
Agree. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I could go to Cleveland and get a few racks because they appreciate their DJ up there. They move like wherever the DJ go, I'm going. In Atlanta, they move opposite. They move towards the promoters.
Right.
So wherever the promoters throwing the party, that's where they going. They don't really care who the fuck the DJ is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think in Atlanta, it's just I'm trying to switch the culture back to where are you going to the place you like and you want to hear, or are you just going to the place where they got the most people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like this. If you just starting off, build your name, build your brand, build your voice. You know what I'm saying? So because people ain't always going to understand you or appreciate you until you put it in their face. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at the beginning, just build your brand, build your place, build what you want to be. And then soon, people going to have to pay you because you're just going to have that demand. You know what I'm saying? And then you could work it like that. If you got other demand, other places, then you could stretch your money out different. Versus you saying only one person want to book you. Oh, y'all got to pay me this. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to be ready to say no. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you name your price and they're going to name you another price. So you got to be ready to stand on whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it just depends on what spot you is in your career. The earlier you is, the less you should get paid. And sometimes you got to do it for free.
I think something that's like real unique to your story is how you capitalize on going to college and you really use that as a springboard.
I 100%. I feel like I love college, not for any books I read or any test I took, for the people I met. I feel like college, that's what I want to preach to my kid. You know what I'm saying? Find the passion. I wish I would have went to music school. Fuck Georgia State. I wish I would have went and found some stuff out like that. I feel like I did kind of what I did because I was good at math and I was just doing shit that I was good at. But I feel like the people I met is going to be 10 times more valuable than anything I ever learned. Because I feel like the people you meet in college eventually going to be lawyers. They're going to be dentists. They're going to be the owner of another company. It's been so many times, bro. I walk in a gas station like, hey, bro, I remember you from da-da-da. I walk in the bowling alley. Shawty, the manager, used to be at Georgia State, and now she giving me whatever I need just because we know each other. You know what I'm saying? And just because she got that thing. So I say, yeah, the biggest thing about college is just meeting so many people that just get in position. And I think that's what I just stand on.
Was that your intention when you went to college, or were you going to college like?
No, I was going to college to make my mom happy. I felt like she didn't understand my vision. And it took me a little bit of time to let her see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all falling one day. But yeah, I feel like the big reason me going, not only because I was good at it, but I'd never, like my parents in the military, I was never going to go to the military. That's another big reason. So
we might not have an option the way things going now.
That's funny. But yeah, they was always big in the military, and I knew that's damn sure not where I want. So it was military or college. So I was like, definitely going to college. That was not for me.
So back to the come up story. So you finally started, getting gigs at big clubs like Mansion and stuff.
Yeah.
And where did it lead to after that?
After when I got to Mansion, that's when I met Meezy. And when I met Meezy, we was just kind of cool because I was like messing up. But then Meezy started managing Savage. I think this was my junior year. So boom. Freshman year, I'm throwing my own house party. Sophomore year, I get cool with some. I'm starting to open stuff. Now I'm on Mansion. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing them type of parties. I meet Meezy. Meezy start going from managing 2-9 to managing Savage. Funny thing is, when he came and talked to me about the music, I had heard Savage music 2 weeks before that. So then when Meezy say, "Oh, I'm managing," I was like, "All right, cool. Say less. I'm already on it." You know what I'm saying? So whatever you need, just let me know. So he's like, "I got these cool little records. Whatever you do it." So what I do is it's like, I feel like at the time when I came around, people hated artists, like DJs, because it's not their problem, but I felt like DJs would support so many artists, especially coming out of Atlanta, and they wouldn't get anything back because the artists go on tour, don't take them on the tour. The artists make money, never break them on no bread. So DJs was so
jaded kind of.
Yeah. So they didn't want to mess with no artists. You know what I'm saying? So you'll come to them like, bro, this dude hot. And they'll be like, okay, bet. I need $50 to play a song. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I was new to just being on the scene. And I think it shouldn't have went like that. I think it should have been based more off if you like to do music or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of did. I like Savage music on just the fact that I felt like it was genuine. I felt like it was authentic. I felt like it was real. So that's the big reason why when Meezy came to it, I was just all on board. So, but it wasn't on board on like, let me be your DJ. It was like, okay, bet Meezy, you need something, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I was the young dude in charge. So anytime I went to a college party, I wouldn't just play Savage #1 hit. That's the easy thing to do. I would play like 4 of his songs in a row at a party. So now you're not looking like, oh, what's that Red Ops song that's lit? You looking like, who the hell is playing 4 songs by the same person? Who the hell is he? So by the time you going home, you probably looking up on your phone. You was probably doing something like this. Then I got to the point where I was doing mixtapes too. So I would throw him on all the mixtapes. I'll do something like that. And it's just merely on the strength that I liked him. You know what I'm saying? So once I started doing Mansion, I started same time going hard with Savage at the same time. And me and him at the time, we didn't really know each other. You know what I'm saying? We knew of each other. Like, oh, Meezy, like, oh, yeah, this is dude going hard for me. And I'm like, I already knew Savage. But I wasn't really pressed to meet him or talk to him because, shit, I was just doing it because I would like this shit. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, me doing Mansion, they ended up going on their own tour. I think it was Uzi, Wife, and Lucci, and I forgot the other people. They went on that tour. That was my senior year. I wanted to drop out, but my mom was like, nah, just keep on. You almost done. You might as well just knock it out. So I just took that, and I was like, but it really wasn't my choice because at the same time, they was like, we can't pay you that much. It ain't going to be this. It ain't going to be that. So they didn't want to really put me in that position because, so it was like half and half. It's like, okay, I understand it. So boom, I let that tour go. You know what I'm saying? And I kept on just doing what I was doing. I feel like that was a big time for me because I feel like that's when emotions could get involved. And that's where I learned how to like take my emotions out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I
definitely talk about this.
Yeah, bro, because I could have easily been the person to say, damn, y'all ain't take me on tour. Y'all ain't paying me. Y'all ain't giving me this. I'm never playing y'all music again. Like, fuck y'all. Yeah, I could have easily been like that in my feelings, but I was just like, bro, you didn't get into this to be his DJ. You just got into it because you like this music. So that's why I stood on that and I tried to keep on moving like that even when they was on tour. So when they finally got off tour and I graduated and they went on their first tour, I think it was Thug tour. That's the first time I went on tour with them. You know what I'm saying? That's after that, damn, shit, the rest is history.
Why the change up? Why did they want to bring you on tour that time?
I think because it was inevitable. I think, bro, when you put in so much work, like, it's like the city would have known. Like, don't ever think I'm just trying to say I put Savage on or I put him in position to be bigger, but I feel like when you got a team together in a circle, I feel like that could elevate anybody. So I feel like Savage had a team. He had his managers. He had a DJ. He had another man. Like, he had all the stuff in a row, and that's why I feel like he blew so fast. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the big reason why, because they was like, yeah, because they used another DJ, but I think they used them more just because they ain't want to did it, and they just wanted to get it over with. I think at that time they wanted to really invest in what his brand was, and I think they was only right. They said, "Hey, Marc B been going hard for you the last 3 years. You might as well bring him on."
I think that's big, like you said, because how you didn't say, well, fuck them. I feel like a lot of people like are real impatient, so they would like just get real emotional about it and kind of ruin any future opportunity.
You're right, bro. And I feel like, bro, you got to go back to me looking at how DJs was back in the day. It was like, bro, everybody was like, you got to pay me $100. You got to pay me $50 to play a song. I'm like, bro, if you really like somebody's song, why you not just play that shit? You know what I'm saying? So it took me back to that point. Like, why did you really get into this shit? You ain't get into this shit to be nobody DJ. You got into it because you just like music. You know what I'm saying? So keep that as your basis, and that's what's going to organically push you up to the next level.
But it sounds like all that comes after a conversation that you had with yourself. Like, when you first initially found out, like, you're not going to go on tour, of course you...
Well, I was pissed. I was pissed. I was
so
like...
what was that like, having to calm yourself down, and what was that? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that get in that emotional spot that don't know how to get to let me take my feelings out of it.
Yeah, bro. I felt like I had to look at myself, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. I feel like they just look at other situations and kind of base their emotions off that. So I had to just sit back and be like, bro, what are you really trying to do? Where are you trying to get? Where are you trying to go? And I felt like me being the person to say, I'm not fucking with this dude who everybody in the city knew I was fucking with so hard, it would have been it would have looked lame on my part.
Right.
Like, cause he's still dropping hot music. He's still coming out with you not finna drop because of
burnt.
what?
Yeah.
I would have looked lame. So I would have never put myself in that position. So I was like, bro, what can we do? What can I do to help myself and to still keep that relationship alive? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the best thing I needed to do was not be on they dick, but be on my shit. Like, all right, bro, this is what you need to do because they ain't here right now. So what you gonna do? So I started getting in more clubs, talking to more promoters, getting my name out there more. So, you know what I'm saying? If that situation would have never worked, I feel like another situation would have came on.
Now, what you kind of just brushed on it a little bit, and we talked about this when we were the other day. You said there's a lot of DJs and producers that kind of resort to being a dick rider.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
2020.
No, you're right. You're right. But and at the end of the day, this is how I look at it, bro. It just depends on what type of dude you is. I'm not that type of dude. I like to stand on my own. I like to figure my own shit out. You know what I'm saying? So I disappear and go duck off and do my shit. And I don't need, like, not to say you don't need nobody. Everybody need help. Everybody need that. But it just depends on who you getting it from. And I feel like any situation that I want to be in, it need to be genuine. So it ain't about your name. It ain't about the position you in. It ain't about how many followers you got, how many likes you get. It's about if you fuck with me. Right. If you fuck with me, you gonna show that. Right. And we ain't got to talk. I feel like that's the big thing, bro. I feel like a lot of people, they okay with that. They okay with just eating off another man's plate. I'm not okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think I push myself so much to not only have Savage feel he comfortable enough to that I got his back anytime we on stage or anytime we doing something, but enough for him to see, all right, Marc B still doing shit whenever he need to do some shit. And that's what I wanted to be. I wanted myself, like, I feel like in the city, bro, people know me for being Savage DJ, but they also know me for being in Mansion. They also know me for throwing my own shit at Georgia State. They know me for being that. So it's a lot of other aspects that come into it, and I feel like that's the big thing with me. So, yeah, it just, if you want to be that, that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like me, bro, and as a person, I'd be like, I don't feel like you get too far dick riding another person.
I mean, it's kind of harsh calling it dick riding, but a lot of people, they expect you to give them opportunities without being valuable. You know what I'm saying? So
but dick riding is more in the sense looking at another man to put you on just because they up above you. I feel like that's dick riding. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody got a bigger name don't mean you gotta, hey, what's up, bro? Let's do this. We gotta be cool. We gotta be that. We gotta be that. Like, nah, bro, if the situation ain't there, it's cool. But people will still try to go at that even if they not that familiar with that artist. And that's my big thing. Like,
just because they got
access to it. Just because you got access to somebody don't mean y'all gotta be best friends, cool, this, that, chop it up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where the dick riding come in. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Atlanta, that's just how it is because there's so many celebrities and opportunities around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame anybody for doing that because that's a choice. But me as a person, I always know I wanted my own brand. I wanted my own situation. While I still support my backbone, I want people to also see, like, this what he doing. He moving in his own way. And that's why I always been against, like, being too much under somebody. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to do that.
I'm trying to think if there's like a balance to that, like where you can kind of almost be trying not to be a dick rider so much that you kind of lose opportunity to, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, but I feel like I ain't gonna lie.
Like pride gets in the way kind of thing?
Yeah, I feel like my situation is a good situation to look on. I feel like yeah, me and Savage does a lot, but it's genuine. It's not like I'm posting Savage so everybody see I'm Savage DJ. That's where it's dick ride.
So it's kind of like, it's relationship based. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas should calm down. They should calm down and not be like, hey, yo, put me on. But it's like, if y'all have a real relationship, then you might get put on.
I think dick riding come more from the public. I feel like in private, I think how you move in private should exactly how you move in public. You know what I'm saying? But people would deceive that perception because they want you to Right, it's bigger than it is.
Right, exactly.
So they won't, that's why I say I express my relationship with the Savage exactly how it is, and I move that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't act like we this, and I don't act like we not that.
Right.
And I feel like that's where the dick riding comes in. If you acting like
right.
all the time.
Right, exactly.
Like, come on, bro, chill out. Like, be your own self. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where it more come into, like, it's no problem. Like, if we best friends, it's not dick riding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you just the homie that come around every month, but you posting me on your Instagram every day.
Right,
that's dick riding.
Big bro. All that time.
Hey, big bro, let's take a picture. We got some work coming.
Right.
Bro, I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
Nah, you good, bro.
Real.
Oh,
It's over there. No, you good.
Big bro.
He lights. But nah, it's just, I think it come more in the sense of that. I feel like any relationship I got with anybody, bro, I broadcast it exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? If you see me fucking with somebody a lot, it's because we fuck with each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you see me did it a little bit, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I project any relationship organically because, you know what I'm saying? It's too many people faking shit.
Right. Now, I want to talk a little bit about, because you were around towards the end of the whole mixtape DJ era.
Correct.
And it transitioned totally away from that. You know what I mean? It was a lucrative business type shit, but now it's over with.
It's zero.
So it's obviously Spotify playlist kind of replaced that.
Yeah.
But do you think that they kind of like the Spotify playlist, like the Rap Caviar and stuff, almost cut out the street DJ kind of situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Because I feel like personally, it's no way you could reach that. Because that platform is already like blasting it so much. Like, first off, DJs wasn't even getting nothing off of doing the mixtapes back in the day. Except for the little payment they got or the little recognition or you know what I'm saying?
And stuff.
Yeah, but you at the end of the day, you really wasn't getting too much out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like Spotify and shit like that, playlisting, that just completely, I ain't never heard nobody, it's no such thing as a mixtape no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's right. No, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? It's an EP or it's an album, but either way, they get paid from it.
Oh, fair.
So it's always an album. So I feel like mixtapes, bro, is done. You know what I'm saying? And playlists, I don't think it necessarily took it out. I feel like DJs can do playlists, but I feel like Spotify pushed their specific playlist so much, you'll never get to that aspect. Right. Unless you got some cheat code going on and you know somebody who creating playlists or something like that. But I feel like, I don't feel like playlists necessarily took it away, but I feel like time just gradually went on where it was like, we're not giving our music away for free. You got to pay for this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what cut DJs out the most more than playlists. I think it's just people not trying to sell their shit for free. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that point, it's like, nah, we not doing that. So everything got to be, nobody ain't finna put no DJ on the thing or it don't make sense no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think the big thing is just people don't want to drop their music for free no more. So DJs kind of don't need to host a record. And it's no sites that's really, what's the new music? You're not going to, you're not looking for a DJ for that.
You got people driving their music like on my Instagram, it's like ads, like sponsored. And just a whole bunch of artists, bro.
But now you don't even, it's the internet. You don't even need, back in the day, it was like, you needed somebody to co-sign that this shit was hot.
Yeah.
Now you could drop the most ass shit and that might go viral. Y'all ain't see the dude who went viral today? Oh my God. Oh my God. They say he sound like the on Roddy Ricch.
You talking about 645?
Yes.
645 AR?
Something like that. It went viral, bro.
Got a squeaky voice.
Squeaky voice, dude.
Crazy.
Like you could really drop the worst shit now and you probably better off than dropping some good shit. And that's crazy. So I think it's less more on the internet, bro. The internet just took over so much, bro. It's like you don't have to look for a DJ for a cosign. It's like, but to each his own. I don't blame anybody for doing that. And because sometimes I get paid off. But at the same time, I look at it like if I had a homie, I'd be like, bro, I ain't finna host your shit. Just drop your shit. Like, but at the same time, some of my homies ain't as big as some of these other dudes. So it might be helpful to say, hey, I got Marc B on my shit. He fucking with it. Y'all see. So it just depends on the situation. But majority of the time, I feel like, bro, DJs is cut off right now.
So
in Atlanta, especially.
So what are some hustles for a DJ to get paid besides that right now? I mean, besides getting booked.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Mixtape is slow. You gotta be like lit. You gotta be Hood Rich King. You gotta be DJ Scream. You gotta be Holiday. You gotta be something like that to kind of be relevant on the host mixtapes.
Yeah.
But to be honest, bro, it ain't too many ways other than getting booked.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I can't think of some shit right now other than me baking beats. That's different, but something I get paid off of other than mixtapes, like the little mixtapes I do from here and there, it'd be cool, but nah, bro, DJs ain't getting paid like that, especially in Atlanta, bro, because now DJs ain't even get booked like that because there ain't no clubs.
So, what happened to all the clubs?
Basically, kind of like, I think it was 2 years ago, all the clubs closed down. They closed down Museum Bar, they renovated it now, though. They closed down Museum Bar, they closed down Quad, they closed down Enclave.
Isn't Onyx closed too?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Onyx.
But that was all by Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? You know that Georgia Tech Spring Street. They bought new buildings and stuff. So Georgia Tech bought out all the clubs and built their buildings.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, all the clubs gone. So now you don't got no 18 and up clubs. And you know why that affects DJs? 18 and up is where you break music. You don't break music at 21 and up.
Right.
21 and up don't care. They going home, they listen to what they listen to, they spending money in the club. They really not even giving a fuck about the music. 18 and up is the motherfuckers jumping around, making the mosh pit to say, who the fuck song is that? That's where you break music. So in Atlanta, it's no 18 and up clubs. If you look at it like, where do 18 and up go? They go to house parties. And then you ain't breaking no music at no house party. So where you breaking music? 21 and up, people don't really care. So guess how many artists blew from Atlanta recently? None. Without a cosign.
Damn, so that really affected the
bruh, you know how many artists was coming out of Atlanta in
Georgia
2016,
Tech,
2015?
That's what I was compared to Spotify, but I was like,
Rose Rizzy, OG Mako.
Right.
People was coming back to back just because they had good records. And you know why? DJs was able to push that in the club.
Wow.
But now you can't push nothing. So now the only way you getting on is by a cosign. So you get Thug putting on Gunna. That's the only way you really getting on. It ain't no really artist that's just like popping up like, damn.
That's crazy. You think there ever's gonna be 18 and up clubs ever again?
Bro, they just took the tobacco age and they talking about
it's 21 now.
I heard they're trying to raise the drinking age to 25.
What? I ain't even know that, bro. Bro, that's crazy. But that's why I feel like, bro, that taking out the clubs, bro, it fucked DJs. You know what I'm saying? Because now everybody fighting for the same spot.
Question: is it specifically in rap music? What about in the EDM clubs? Are those still 18 and up?
I don't know, but
I know there was a couple on Spring Street, the EDM clubs, and the EDM DJs going crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different market. Right. They don't have to they could break their own music, but it's just really about beats, tempo, feelings. It's not about
it's different.
Yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with rap, we needed that 18 and up. Because you know, that's how Savage broke. We was playing all that shit at 18 and up, and then that got to the 21 and up. And they was like, why the fuck aren't y'all playing this in the club? And so it was so explicit, people ain't want to play it. But then it got so much demand because the young niggas was pushing it so much, you had to play it. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you played it and then everybody fucking with it.
It seems like the only place now is college events. It seems like the only place that
the only place you're gonna get 18 and up, but then you're not getting that consistently. So you're not getting a consistent crowd to break music to take home to whoever they take it home to.
Where they're hearing it every weekend type shit.
If you hear the same song every week, eventually you're gonna be like, hold on, what's this? And if you seeing people turn up to it, you gonna like, why don't I know this?
Right.
But now when you just hear it in the club and you standing in your section, you don't really give a fuck if everybody's standing in their section. You just like, hold on, who playing this independent song? Cut this shit off.
Facts, though.
You get what I'm saying? You like, oh man, I ain't trying to hear this shit. You so annoyed.
Try to learn the lyrics.
Bro, for real though. But back in the day, bro, it was just a different, it was a different age. That's why you saw so many artists coming out of Atlanta. And it was more because of respect thing. It was like, you at La Cura on the wet, you know what I'm saying? You at Mansion, I'm at Opera, you at Thing. We all fuck with each other. I got Day Day, right? I'm playing his song in the club. Hey, bro, Marc B, I fuck with you. Send me that record. So now he's spinning it at his club. And now you spinning at your club. And guess what happened? They pop off with 2 songs.
Right.
Because we all fuck with DJ Playboy.
So they really fucked the game up.
Yeah. So now it's no artist coming out unless you got a cosign.
So it's not like they pulled the plug on Atlanta. Like,
bruh,
does it make more trash artists come out, or does it
it's got to migrate to another city,
look
bro.
What happened after that? The internet. So now you could just go to the internet and promote your shit. So now you don't have to go to a DJ and say, "Hey, bro, play my record," because you ain't got no club.
I shouldn't go on my timeline and hear like 15 different songs in the same instance that are like.
But that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, you was like, what DJ is playing what? You had that. You was looking for a DJ to say, what is he on? Where his mixtape at? Where is it? So I can see what the new shit is. Now you don't even know. So you just waiting till some random shit pop up and go viral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus having an outlet like a DJ to say, bro, I'm dropping a new mixtape. Go check out the new people.
That makes everything vulnerable for this like boo-boo music to start getting lit.
Right.
It's just entertaining now. It's not like...
It's nobody co-signing it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the only people who really, really popping off got the co-sign from whoever the big artist is. You know what I'm saying? That they signed.
They're fucking with QC. They're fucking with...
Boom. Thug and Keed. Keed ain't pop from no club. Keed just was boom, lit.
Right.
Cause he had Thug. You know what I'm saying? He had a big enough outlet where he ain't need to be in a club. He ain't needed. But people who start from the ground up with their own brand, I have not seen an artist break in the last 2 years out in Atlanta.
You see it happening.
Baby. But who he had? Who Baby had? QC.
Right.
P.
He had the whole machine.
His face card too good anyway. Though.
But that's what I'm saying. His face card was too good in the street. So I feel like Baby, he the closest to like, but at the same time, he still had a cosign. So
he could probably walk around the same niggas before he was famous as he can now though, back then. So.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's big on the clubs. I feel like fucked a lot of Atlanta culture up, bro. I feel like everybody fighting to go in the same club, go room, compound, I don't want to be in none of that shit. So to each his own. But I feel like that just fucked up culture a lot, especially in Atlanta. So I feel like that's a big reason why DJs ain't relevant right now. You know what I'm saying? Not only they fighting to get in clubs, but then people ain't fighting to see what they got going on.
So where does everyone migrate to then? Festivals? Like what's...
That's what everybody doing now. Producing.
I was just about to say, is that you think that contributed a lot to DJs wanting to produce?
Ain't nothing else to do. You're not getting booked like that. What else you gonna do? And now that's half and half because now people who think it's so easy, when they really get into it, they realize, God damn, it's way more I gotta learn.
Right.
So now
you're talking about producing.
Yeah. When DJs try to be producers,
you
know what I'm saying? They don't have no like me, I ain't have no background in music. But the thing I was smart in school. So I knew people was gonna be ready. Like once you start doing something, everybody, like you gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying? So I was practicing for 2 years, learning how to learn how I fucked up. I feel like that's the biggest benefit, bro. Being experienced, bro, is learning where you fucked up. So you not repeat it. You know what I'm saying? It's so many times I done DJ, bro, for Savage and some shit fucked up. And I already knew exactly how to fix it. Or I didn't know how to fix it. And if it ever happened again, now I know where to go. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like me just fucking up a lot, that's a big reason why I know what to do. So I link up with the producers now and they be like, damn, I ain't know you know how to do. I ain't know how to do that. Because I've been doing it for long, but people just got their expectations. That's my second thing. You know what I'm saying? One, I wanted to do it because I knew a lot of people was gonna jump on the wave. Two, I knew producers wasn't gonna respect it. Because they feel like I'm just a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna come around like, oh, you really don't know what to do. And then when I start doing shit, they like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because I put that time in and I put that effort in before people then want to just see the results. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just what happened with DJs. And I feel like at this point, I started release shit. I'm not saying this because of me, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, every producer in Atlanta is making beats. And it started, every DJ in Atlanta is making beats. And it happened in a year or two span after they started cutting off the clubs.
I'm not gonna make a comment.
Why? Make a comment.
Cause it's
but what?
Most DJs is producing right now. But you see what I'm mainly because of the question I asked earlier, I said like how you getting money besides that? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't a lot of avenues, bro. It's not. So it's like, but then even that avenue is a long avenue.
Yeah.
Like producers don't get paid off rip.
Right.
You know how many beats you got to make before you get that one placement?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody produce.
Everybody could make a beat.
Seriously.
But it ain't, that's why, that's my third thing. It ain't about having the hardest beats. That's just you could be like, talent is half of it. I mean, a quarter.
I mean, it's almost like a requirement.
Yeah.
That's first base.
That's you got to get that. All right, so once you get that, now you got to learn how to move. Now you got to learn how to talk to people. Now you got to learn how to put yourself in that room.
You got to have a brand behind it.
Now you got to learn how to send the right beats in an email.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so much other shit you got to learn past just making a hard beat. Like, so I feel like DJs, bro, we just moving so. And I want every DJ to learn how to produce and make hard ass beats and win, because at the end of the day, it's us versus everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like at the same time, in Atlanta, people not taking that time to really learn and like the craft and like what they doing as much as they trying to get the money. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's universal in the whole game right now.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy.
Yeah, it's whatever. And that's technology. Everything is easier now. So you want a DJ, go get a board and press the sync button and have everything compatible, lined up, and you sound like you a fucking DJ. You know what I'm saying? Versus when people was damn DJing on Technic and shit, and you had to really flip out the shit.
But you can hear it though when you listen to a beat, you can feel if someone's a veteran or not. Like just like if you go into a club and listen to a DJ, you can tell if he's
you can tell if he
does little tricks
Yeah.
and. So I mean that's why it's separate. It just seems like with technology, the standard has just gotten much, much higher quality. But you still with the top level guys, you can still easily identify who they are.
But it depends on who you is.
True.
If you a person like me or you gonna care. You want to know who's really dope. You want to know who's good. You want to know who could make some shit again. You know what I'm saying? But if you a promoter and you trying to save your money, you gonna book the cheapest dude who could just get your job done at the end of the night.
Yeah, but the people that are focused long term, like the long term artists, are not looking for the quick little beats. So that's what I mean. It's kind of like.
But at the same time, look at it. DJs ain't getting money. How you gonna get paid?
Right.
Oh, come get this beat.
Come get some beats, even though the beats ass.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They selling the beats. They trying to get the beats out. Everybody hop on my shit, and your shit not good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's messing you up long term. That's gonna
but
mess
they
you
don't
up
care about
long
the long term because they broke.
I know.
It's
It's a weird
thing.
Not
like,
they broke. I don't want to call nobody out or say nothing like that. But niggas trying to, you know what I'm saying, get their shit together. So at the end of the day, it's like, what you do you pick? I don't blame. That's what I'm saying. I don't blame nobody for doing what they doing, because sometimes everybody ain't in the position of me to take 4 months off and say, fuck it. I don't care if I get money. I'ma still work authentically, work organically.
Right.
Everybody don't think like that. Some people think, damn, I need a check, bro. I ain't been on no gig. I ain't going nowhere, bro. And that's the second thing about just learning how to fucking manage your money.
Right.
People don't teach us that either. You know what I'm saying? Especially our community. I feel like people don't help us with learning how to, you get rich, but what you do when you get that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you about taxes and all this shit when you growing up in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
something I definitely wanted to ask you about, because like we said, a financial pinch for the DJs.
Yeah.
You go to producing to make money, but have you looked at anything outside of like, what have you looked at so you're not dependent on producing to be the main source of income? Like, have you looked at other things or?
Yeah, in a sense, right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Or like what's your,
I'm 100. I wanna dive into a lot of different other things. Like, bro, I be big on real estate. I be big on cleansing. I be big on stuff like that. So I like to invest a lot of my other time into other shit. But I feel like really right now I'm just in a place where I need to be so locked in with beats, bro. I can't even think about that.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, would you recommend a producer like anytime it's
when
like
they get rich?
No, I'm saying like anytime you're in a pinch, it's an opportunity for you to go somewhere. You can either stay in music or you can start learning a craft that can make you not dependent on music while you can still do it. Is that like a wise choice to make?
I feel like, bro, I had a homie, bro, and we was talking yesterday, and he was like, bro, I had to stop producing because I wasn't making no money off it.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go get a regular job and do what he did. Now he back producing because now he a little bit straight. So I feel like never fall back from your. That's why I always finish college, because if push kind of shove, I can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't worried. I ain't care about nobody say I'm gonna get a job, get some money, and they back to what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like you got to always look out for yourself. So everybody's situation might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on where you at, I feel like you should evaluate it like that. You know what I'm saying? More off where you at in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a straight position where I'm damn DJing for Savage, so I can spend a lot more time making beats in my house and not doing nothing but making beats, but everybody don't get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got a studio in their house. Everybody, some people got to go to the studio and pay that, you know what I'm saying, just to figure out and lock in on their beats. So I feel like it come back to just knowing your situation, what you could be open to and what you can't be. You know what I'm saying? But figuring out different ways of income, don't invest too fast too. I feel like a lot of the times, bro, people try to do too much shit and they lose all that money.
Quick flips.
You know what I'm saying? Try to do the quick flips. I feel like sometimes that shit best just putting that shit in the bank, put $5,000 in some shit that could compound and could earn you some more money, and you could just sit on that and never take $5,000 out. But I feel like the best thing is just knowing how to manage your money. You know what I'm saying? And making that shit last. Stop eating out. Cook some food. You know what I'm saying? Doing different stuff like that, bro. I realized that shit saved me so much money. You know what I'm saying? That, stop smoking so much. Like, don't be drinking all the time. Like, shit like that can help your money way more than just investing it somewhere that you don't even know where the fuck
it's a good place to start, right?
You know what I'm saying? So that's like, other than probably investing, I'll say invest in yourself, invest in how you treat your body and how you move, and that'll probably save you way more money. You know what I'm saying, than a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. Right, because that investing takes a little bit of a minute.
To learn, to not put your money in the right place, to figure out, like, bro, it take a lot. And you gotta have, sometimes you need somebody to put you on game. And you don't got that. Sometimes you might just need wait a little bit. So you meet a rich nigga, and then he put you on game. Like, this is what you need to do, bro. Move your money here. This might be a good idea. This might not be the best. This is what I tried. This is what I fucked up on. Here.
Hell yeah. Get a mentor.
Yeah, get a mentor. I don't got one, and I wish I had one. You know what I'm saying? But that's my big thing. That's why I don't really like investing. Like, not yet. Like, my mom tell me some stuff. Oh, yeah, put some money here, put some money there. Cool, you know what I'm saying? But, like, really, like, on some, that could double my shit up, I ain't meet nobody yet that could put me on game. And that's what I'm looking for, shit. When I catch that, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Organically, though. I'm not gonna run into him looking for him and post it on my IG. You know what I'm saying? Like,
into him, you know,
like
my future mentor right here.
Like, nah, bro, I'm gonna eventually run into him and he gonna be like, Mark B, I fuck with what you got going on. Hey, this is how we can make some money.
Works.
And that's how I really wanted to be. So yeah, bro, I feel like, bro, don't be in a rush to invest, be in a rush to see what the fuck where you fucking up and where you doing good at. I feel like that's a big thing.
So when you started making beats, did you think it was gonna be easy? Like, oh, I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos, send some beats to Savage.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't never want to play Savage beats because I felt like just like or not dick riding, bro. I ain't never came to Savage like, hey, bro, did it. So why would I all of a sudden start doing that when I'm making beats? Now it's fake. Now our relationship is like weird. It's weird because now you trying to press me about beats and you ain't never pressed me about nothing else. So I looked at it like that. But with making beats, I already knew it was gonna be hard. I knew it was gonna be hard. I knew it was gonna take me some time because I never wanted a producer to get in a room with a producer and he feel like he doing me a favor. That was my big thing.
What you mean, like, because he could play some or because he's better?
Nah, because I feel like, bruh, people got their own egos with producers. So say somebody might make a loop and you make the drums. Now they feel like they contributed or they feel like you didn't do shit or you feel like you added all the stuff to the beat and they ain't really I ain't never want nobody to feel like they doing or giving me the handout and then I'm just laying it up. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted it to feel like we 50-50. I dribble the ball down court, I pass it to you, you throw the alley, I might pass it back. I wanted it to be some shit like that. And that's why I just waited, kind of got good with, and then I give myself my critique. So the same way I would critique an artist if he giving me an ass song that's not mixed, that's the same way I'm gonna critique myself. So I used to pull up on my homie every day like, bro, how this beat sound? How this beat sound? How this beat sound? Nah, it ain't there yet. Nah, it ain't there yet. And then I compare it to the shit that was on the radio, the shit, and I was like, nah, bro, I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I took just 2 years to just figure shit out, YouTube shit, how you do this, how you do that, how you do that. And eventually I got to the point where I appreciated my own music. And then that's when I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's start putting some shit out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the big thing. I just wanted to take my time with it. I didn't think it was easy. I think it was more I knew it would have took a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of sat back and just built my knowledge on the situation more than just me pressing anybody up like I got beats.
So I think the next step, where it looks like the next step, instead of really chasing placements, you kind of more went which is one of the routes we really preach is building your own brand, putting songs out like, you know, like DJ Khaled kind of method kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I want half of my brand to be, because I don't like who can I think of? But yeah, while I want to put out my own records, I want artists to be comfortable enough to say, damn, Marc B, we need some beats. Send some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want half of it to be like, yeah, bro, we cool enough where I could drop my own record. You could see the benefit of me dropping my own shit. But if you need something for your own stuff, that's my big thing. Like, yeah, it's cool to do your own shit, but if I can get the whole around aspect of where people appreciate just hopping on beats, you know what I'm saying? They gonna appreciate me dropping my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, yeah, building your brand is that's way more important to me than getting any placement with any big artist right now. Like I think that's more important. If I could drop a cool song that could get 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 views off my own self versus getting a song that get 100,000 off a label, I feel like that's way more beneficial. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna come to me like, how the fuck did you do that? And it's something that I think could be recreated. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of this shit, getting other placements of other people that's really you not cool with and you don't know just because you send a good ass email, a lot of that shit don't come back around. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the big thing I want to do. I want people to appreciate what I got going on and not just the names behind me or the people I worked with or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like just me doing my own records is a big part in what I want to do, especially this year. You know what I'm saying? Dropping my own stuff, making people see what I got, what I want to create, what I want to put out. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing.
And you put out an album last year.
Yeah, I put out Hot Boys with SG Tip, Young Ma from 1017, and Doe Boy from Free Band Gang. So I kind of put a little compilation tape. I wanted to do that because I felt like DJs ain't really doing like nothing like the gangster grills and stuff that I used to love stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. And like I said, that stuff extinct. So how do we bring that back in, but make it still feel organic? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the way that I did it, I feel like it was the most organic way. I feel like I linked people up that didn't kind of know each other. You know what I'm saying? Then people did know each other, so that kind of already made it work. And then we put it behind a face that didn't have to, so they didn't have to take any risk. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a big thing with us doing the tape. It really didn't fall on any of their half. So if the project flopped or if the project did a thing, it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Upside.
It's all upside. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the big point of me just not doing a tape, but doing a tape that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So putting 3 dudes from 3 different camps together to make one whole tape, that's sequence. Not just, I grabbed all the top artists and put them on a song that really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I think just like going to building your brand, that's way more beneficial to me putting a project with young artists who y'all don't know about yet. That's dope. That blew up 6 months later after I dropped the project. And it's not, I don't want nothing to be on my face card, but it just look at it like, damn, he's seeing something we not seeing. What the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I want to do more shit like that, but I want it all to be organic, not from only a public eye, but from the artist end. You know what I'm saying? I want the artist to feel like this is a good opportunity for them or this is a good situation.
And then how do you, like, for the young producers out there, do you think you need like a level of success or like brand to get these artists to let you drop it under your own brand? Or
yeah, I feel like in realistic aspect, yeah, you ain't nobody finna just give you songs or nothing. But I feel like the second thing, it come on your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's not dick riding if we best friends, throw me a record. You know what I'm saying? It's no problem because then you see my vision, we already cool, you see what I'm expressing. You know what I'm saying? But if it's on a situation where you don't know the artist like that, it's really no point in reaching out saying, let me get you on a record. We don't know each other like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or unless you're ready to pay.
Right. Unless you're ready to pay, well, why pay? You ain't really gonna make, like, I don't believe in that either. Like paying somebody, I'm not finna pay nobody for no feature. I'd just rather not get it.
Why not?
I'll wait for it. It's nobody I would pay for a feature right now. Like it's no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's people I pay for. If I had the money, but the benefit of me coming out my pocket for that much money of a feature is I could put that money 30 places else and get way more benefit than me just getting the artist on a song. You know what I mean? Artists on a song that don't pop, and they got backing behind them. They got labels behind them. They got that. So I feel like, but my thing is more, I wouldn't pay nobody because it got to be organic.
Okay.
So if you're not fucking with me, you're not going to be fucking with me. It is what it is. So eventually come a time where you're going to hear me again and you're going to be like, damn, I should have fucked with him. And that I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't happen, shit, it is what it is too. But I'd rather take me just moving with the people. I'd rather pay my homie $5,000 and pay $25,000 to somebody who just finna do this. Like we could move that $5,000 so many other ways, bro, than just me paying somebody to get a feature. Like, bro, and then you got to pay for the video too. And then like, bro, no, we not finna go through all that. So I'd rather anything I do, bro, it be organic. Day one, we know each other. We like each other. You see my vision. I see your vision. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to move like.
Did you run into any, we about to say?
Nah.
Did you run into any like issues clearing these records or like timing with all the different artists and all that stuff?
I think that's the biggest problem I had with these compilation tapes. I feel like managing other people's schedules. So it's like I'm getting 3 artists on one tape, but them 3 artists still doing their own thing. So I had the project for like at least a year and a half before I even dropped it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because Young Maul want to drop, and then he might not drop, and then Doe Boy might be dropping. So we trying to schedule it between him, and then Tip waiting to drop, so he trying to get it out now. So it's all them aspects into it, and then the one thing I learned about doing projects like that, which is the hard thing, is keeping everybody motivated.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you gotta wait a year and a half, you're probably like, man, that shit whack, man. We could do some fire shit, better shit.
You know what I'm saying? Or they feeling like, bruh, I'm bigger than that. I don't even want to do shit with you no more. Whatever it, I'm not saying that was my situation, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? It could be, it's hella shit that could go wrong in the middle. So I say, once you get that shit, try your best to just get it out. So people still motivated from that sound, and when they heard it the first time, then when they hear it 5-6 months later. But when but like I said, when it's organic, bro, even though it might take a year, it's still like, bro, I fuck with you. Let's get this shit out. So yeah, I think the biggest thing was just making people feel motivated like it was a good thing to do. And you know what I'm saying? With Hot Boys, damn, doing 100K on Tip YouTube, I feel like it's good. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's going up on my Spotify. I think I like 500,000 plays. So I think, you tell me if it's as good or not. So I think it was more of that, like, yeah, it got to be organic, but also you got to look at it like, how can I time this to make everybody happy? Especially if you're using more than one artist, because you don't want them to clash and you don't want yourself to clash with either one of them. So I think that was the hardest part about it.
And then do you have like a goal for this? Are you looking to like attach to a label eventually? Like, are you trying to build your leverage to do that? Like, what's the angle?
I ain't gonna lie, I made one goal when I started producing, and that was to get one song on the Billboard. That's the only goal I really want. Like after that, it's all just extra shit. You know what I'm saying? But like for me to be happy, if I could see one thing on the Billboard, then I'm ecstatic about my producing career. And I feel like Metro, I look up to Metro, but by how he moves, not by all the beats. Metro took a year off of music. And he was the hottest producer. He's still one of the best, hottest producers. He took a year off music, not because he needed it, because he wanted to not fall in so much of the bullshit of rap and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much fake shit you could deal with, bro, that you be so big on, let me get the next one. Let me get here. Let me get past him. Oh, he did better than me. He did better than me. So my big thing is just to stay focused on what I came into this shit for, and not where it could be or where it couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not looking for a label to sign me for 100 mil. I'm looking for the money. At the same time, while I got so much passion in just producing, because I like to hear music. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it like this is where I want to be or this is what I need to get out of it. The more thing I look at it is just, bro, if I get something on the Billboard, bro, I'd be happy. You know what I'm saying? Other than that.
even if it's 98th for 1 week and then it's off the chart.
That's cool.
You're good.
That's cool. That's cool with me. Because you know what? Me getting that motherfucker on 98th gonna make 10 motherfuckers call me asking for beats.
Right.
Even if it's just one. Because that one, bruh, gonna make me get out of here. Because if it's one, that means that song was hot enough where everybody listened to that motherfucker a week and they knew I made the beat. So I'm just cool with one record because I feel like that's gonna take me to where I need to be. Everything else is just he say, she say shit.
So can we look forward to more compilations from Marc B this year? Or?
Yeah, I think I want to drop something this month, next month. I want to drop my own little I want to drop my own like a few singles. I feel like I don't want to be heavy on compilation tapes until it has the right push and energy behind it. You know what I'm saying? Hot Boys, it was different because had a single, had a video, had all that concept ready. But now I'm more just like, let's get more content out. I feel like that's the name of the game right now with streaming. I feel like it's just getting more content. So if I could put a few more singles, somebody might bite on it, then we'll create a project. If people don't bite, we'll go with another single. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my thing right now. Like, let's not force a compilation tape just because I know artists. Like, let's put something together that's organic, that's real. And I think that's what people gonna like. I think that's why people like the last tape. Not because, damn, the artist that was on it, it was just organic. They knew I liked Young Ma. They knew I fucked with him. They knew I fucked with Tip. They knew I fucked with Doe Boy. So when they saw me doing a project with them, it all made sense. Not, oh, I just hit up Tokyo Jets asking her for some songs. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. So I don't want to do no tape like that. I want everything to be real, organic. So yeah, we definitely dropping more, but I think we're gonna base it more off singles this year.
Is that off of like stuff you learned from going through it the first time?
I think you know what I'm saying? I could have did the last project a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And it's just experience, bro. So
how so better? Like
I feel like
marketing-wise?
I feel like, I can feel like just timing wise. I feel like sometimes I was more in the back burner seeing what everybody else was doing when I should have been like, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to knock it out. Is you with it or you not with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I should have moved more on this my time because it's my shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to move it like this. What y'all need to benefit y'all and what do I need? Let's do this. Let's get this shit out. Boom. And so everybody not stressed for that shit coming out a year later. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just my benefit. Let's move quick. Let's move easy. And that's why I'm just big on building a team right now.
Well, I got a question. Top of the new year, right?
Yeah.
People setting goals.
Yeah.
You said you had the goal of the billboards.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for anyone that may have set some goals for January or for 2020? Or maybe they're like, okay, it's already 14 days and it's already...
And they already ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
That's how I was. I think I was supposed to start smoking the first day of January. I didn't start till the week after. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. That's life. You know what I'm saying? We gonna fuck up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's bound to happen. We bound to fuck up, but it's how we bounce back. So it's like, don't be stuck on you not being where you at. I just posted some shit like that. Like, if you have a New Year's resolution, bro, it's time to go harder. That's what I put. Cause I was like feeling like, damn, bro, I ain't making enough beats. I ain't make no beats for the first week because I'm chilling and bullshitting and doing all this other shit. So I like to put that type of energy out there. Like, bro, yeah, we could be fucked up, but we can still get back. You know what I'm saying? So even if you ain't where you want to be, I feel like, shit, it's still the top of the year. We got hella more time. So the more you gonna be like, damn, I fucked up, the less time you got to then make it up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like regardless of what your effort is, regardless of what you're working on, regardless of where you at, it's always time, bro. And no time is late. No time is too late. You know what I'm saying? As long as you start that bitch, bro, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm supporting it.
I'm so glad you said that because I feel like there's a lot of people that have pressure, and I'm sure we all experience.
Yeah, you're right.
When you see the clock go from December 31st to January 1, you feel this immense pressure to be like, I gotta hit every single goal, but there's no magical switch that happens when the calendar year happens.
Right. And I learned that from talking to my homie because he was like, I told him I cut red meat off for like the last 7 months. He was like, damn, bro, I've been doing that shit for 4 years. And he was like, yeah, bro, I feel like I should have started this shit early. He was like, bro, nah. It's like whenever you start your journey, bro, everybody different. And that's what I stand on. I be like, I don't never know somebody else's situation. That's why I never knock another DJ for doing this or doing that or doing this or a producer for doing anything because we all live different lives and nobody know behind the shade. Niggas go through, bro, people go through so much shit, bro, that you never know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always give somebody the benefit of the doubt. So even if you're not where you need to be, bro, we can always make it there.
All right.
For sure.
And going back on what you were saying, this book I just read, The E-Myth, which is a fire book.
Yeah. I can't read. I don't like to read. I can't
man,
read,
you missing
I don't
out.
like to read.
Oh, you got
PDFs
to.
then.
I like, I like to listen.
Listen to audiobook. Yeah,
I could do that.
But what they were saying in the book, they were talking about like, so when you try to make a big change in your life, right? It's kind of like within you got like different, personalities. Not saying like some multiple personality type shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like you got, so for instance, if you want to start exercising more, you want to change your diet, you want to stop smoking, right?
Yeah.
That's like, one personality coming out like, all right, I'm about to be this person now.
Correct.
But you still, it's not like you just got rid of the person that likes to be lazy, likes to smoke, likes to eat, whatever.
No, because I'm still there. Bruh, once I finish cleansing, I can't wait to smoke a blunt. I can't wait right now. Like right now I want to smoke. But I know, Marc B, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, bro. I know I'm a smoker, bro. I don't like to drink. So I know I'm gonna eventually start back smoking, but I gotta put myself in a position where I'm ahead of myself. So even though I had person like, nah, Marc B, smoke every day, you gotta be ahead of it and say, nah, Marc B, just smoke today. Tomorrow, bro, you good. Get back on your bullshit.
Right, have that balance type shit.
But you gotta challenge yourself too. Right. And you gotta be aware. I feel like the number one thing, bro, is being aware of your fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? It's cool having your fuck shit, but if you're gonna be the person to say, it ain't there, and you're gonna keep on doing this shit, then you never gonna get better.
It's gonna bite you.
It's eventually gonna come like, You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the biggest thing, bro, just being aware of whatever you got going on or whatever you feel like your problem is. That's the start. And then you can feel like how you can multiply and get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's super rare for people to be able to turn on that magic switch. Like, I feel like that's like a 1 to 5, 1% kind of thing.
Just
like,
randomly go cold turkey.
Yeah, whatever. But and even if you do, it's not going to last forever.
But you know the thing about a cold turkey switch though is not that this random moment. It's that it's been a year build up to that cold turkey moment.
That's how I feel. Like I've been bullshitting about smoking for 3 months.
Right. So
and then I was like, man, bro, you can't keep on doing this.
It's 3 months
bro.
of going back and forth and finally being like, you know what?
Oh, no, Marc B, you can smoke today. You finna make beats. Nah, smoke today. You good. And I'm convincing myself why it's cool to smoke.
But something in you like resistance.
Yeah, I'm like, I get to that point where it's like, nah, Marc B, fuck what you talking about. Like, go buy some weed. But it's like, I had to get to that point where I'm like, nah, stop that shit. Figure out what you need to do. And that's how you get past it. So yeah, it be times where it's like, you want to get back on this shit, but you got to be real with yourself. So I'm not finna tell myself, Marc B, you don't like to smoke. Go turkey. Never smoke a blunt again.
Right.
Nah, but I'm gonna say, hey, if I'm in the studio and everybody smoking weed, hey y'all, I'm gonna see y'all later, cause I'm gonna want to smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I try to put myself in positions. I try to put myself in positions where I know how to control my habits. You know what I'm saying? Position ain't chilling with a whole bunch of girls at night. What they gonna want to do? Drink and smoke? I'm not finna be doing that. So it's like, I'm gonna go in the studio and cook up some shit. So I just know how to discipline myself, bro. And it's learned, bro. I'm saying I fucked up. It's been a lot of time, bro. I smoked every day for the last year. You didn't think I want to stop? You didn't think I want to save no money? You know what I'm saying? But it took me my own pace. It took me my own time. So I feel like everybody got their own pace and how they got to figure their shit out. And nobody is better than the next person.
Real quick, to piggyback off of what you said, discipline. I was watching this dude named Prince Donnell. He's super fire.
Yeah.
Like, super fire. But he went and talked to this billionaire in Atlanta. I forget the dude's name, but his wife is the lady who owns Spanx.
Yeah.
And she's a billionaire himself. Damn. And so this dude's run like 36,000 miles in his lifetime. Like for 25 years, he's never missed running 4 miles a day for 25 years straight.
Damn.
And so he was like, yo, how do you accomplish all these crazy goals? He's like, I don't want anyone to ever use the word discipline ever again in your life. And he was like, well, what you mean? And even when I heard it, I was like, what you talking about? He's like, you don't make a single change. It's not about discipline. It's about this. He's like, this is my lifestyle. I run 4 miles a day. He's like, when you wake up and if you're having a bad day, do you still brush your teeth? He's like, yeah. You still take a shower? He's like, yeah. He's like, why? Because that's your lifestyle. He's like, even when I have those bad days, discipline, you can't be disciplined 24/7.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So he said, if there's no change that you can't make that's going to be a part of your lifestyle that you can't sustain, don't make it at all.
Yeah. And I agree to that. So
if I had a mic, I'd
Yeah, no, you're right. That was hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't
that came from a billionaire.
I ain't think of it like that. But you right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anything I'm trying to do right now, bro, I'm trying to do for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it where, like, bro, I can only smoke on the weekends because I want to smoke on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? I want to get it where I'm only drinking because I'm in a social environment and me and my homies around, we just celebrating, we having a good time. Boom. I don't want it to be where I'm just doing it just because it's a habit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big reason why I'm cleansing, bro. And I'm just getting my body and my mind right because I feel like it's time for that shit, bro. We living in a different age, bro. We living in an age where we ain't know that food was this bad.
Right.
We've been eating this shit since we was a kid, bro.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
addictive.
Like crazy. All this shit, bro. We ain't have a Whole Foods and stuff 10 years ago in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So if we educated on stuff like this, I feel like we should take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big reason why I'm not only cleansing, but I'm trying to not express everybody else to cleanse, but try to get in your mind, like, whatever you feel like you abuse, work on that. If it's texting hoes, if it's liking Instagram posts, if it's whatever you feel like you need to do, bruh, work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you could accomplish that shit. You put some time to it.
And to make it better for yourself, don't go on Instagram and compare yourself to everybody. Because
that's a big one.
Every man's stroke is different. Like,
and sometimes that shit be hard to say. It'd be hard. You be looking because everything is in your face now.
Right.
Everything is in your face, bro. So it's like, it's hard to say that, but yeah, I 100% agree. Just stay in your lane. But I feel like that's the good thing with me and how far I've been getting, bro, is because I don't get too high or too low. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get a big ass placement, I don't let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? If I get a little placement, I'm still acting the same way because people notice that and people feed off that energy. You know what I'm saying? So you get too high when you win, and now everybody think you an asshole. So now when you don't start winning like that no more, nobody really fucking with you or helping you get back in that position. So I keep everything a little bit balanced, and I don't really feed off what other people do. You know what I'm saying? But that's just easy to say. It's harder to do.
Like you said, like when you get on Instagram, it's easy to like, it's hard not to like feel that way.
But
it's
everything,
it's like the same thing you just said though. Like when you try not to smoke, right? So what you gonna do? Not hang out with the females at night because what you're trying to do, drink and smoke. It's kind of the same thing when you know you're vulnerable to like comparison. Like it's kind of like getting in that environment. It might be a challenge for you.
Yeah, just like Instagram, bro. I start waking up in the morning, bro, and I don't look at my phone until I knocked out all my errands for the day. I don't get on Instagram. I don't look
your what?
Errands, whatever I'm like planning on doing. Like, even if it's just me feeding my dog, me taking a shower, me eating, I don't look at my phone until then. Because sometimes we just so caught up in our phone, bro, and so caught up in that shit, bro, we get lost. So just like challenging yourself to do shit like that it could be just that simple. And you can eventually learn it, bro. I don't even want to look at my phone.
Right. None of that shit matters.
None of that shit matters.
And one thing is like, the biggest problem is like everybody thinks somebody worried about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like
we think we're
the
more
next
important.
man now, he worried about his bills and his kids and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you watching people through social media, it's like they not worried about you. You worry about him right now.
And now you think they worried about you.
That's the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a mind fuck.
It's everybody scared and people scared to have a job or scared to start from the bottom. It's like niggas really not even looking at you if you don't say nothing.
You right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be your own ego.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So you're right. Yeah, I feel like, bro, just taking yourself out of this, bro, social media is just so crazy nowadays, bro. I don't even like social media. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't like it. I like the funny jokes, Twitter, and that shit cool. But like, as far as me having to post every day, I don't like doing none of that shit, bro. I wish I could just duck off, post what the fuck I want to post, and people appreciate it. But that ain't the way 2020 is.
Right.
You got to post every day. You got to do it.
Business.
So, yeah, it's a business. So it's like I use it to my advantage of when I need to and when I don't. But I also don't fool myself like, bro, you don't need this shit every day, bro. I be wanting to like, don't post shit for a week. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be like, oh, post something on your Instagram. You need to. Bro, I don't give a fuck about that. So I can't wait to get rich so I can never post again. Or just post when I want. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more, I want to use social media for my likeness and not just because everybody else say I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or that's where everybody at. So that's another thing I look at.
I think people's dissatisfaction are like, they're like, people are starting to like really not like Instagram no more. Like they're really starting to be upset with it. And I was listening to this podcast earlier, and this lady, she was talking about, she's like, that's why TikTok is becoming so successful now, is because it's like just a pure environment where people are just being goofy. They're not worried about maintaining like a business mentality with it. And she's like, that's what people are wanting, and that's why people are migrating to it. And I was like, I thought that was a very interesting
I ain't get on TikTok yet, but it's
silly.
I don't know what it was.
On there.
It's silly.
Yeah,
that's what they say people like it so much, is because it's not like I'm getting flexed on.
So I need to try to get into that. You know what I'm saying? See what the hell going on over there. But I don't really like. I like Instagram for what it is. It's cool, but I don't really care for it. Like it is what it is. I like Twitter now. Twitter, you get everything immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like content and everything comes to Instagram 2-3 days late. So all the jokes from Twitter, you see that shit late.
That's what my sister be saying. They say I'm 28 and up Twitter. Like they say my jokes. I was like, dang.
What? No. But I just social media, bro, I don't really care for it unless just the aspect of just me getting my content out, me communicating with my friends that I'm not very close to as far as like contact, you know what I'm saying, how we see each other. But other than that, bro, I don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way to get my music out there. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Shoot, man, let the people know where they can go follow you and check everything out, man.
DJ, follow me on everywhere. DJ_MARCB. Not with a K. I'm gonna do that.
You don't gotta worry if you follow him, you won't start seeing him every day.
Nah, you can follow, but you gotta talk to me, man. I'm not following nobody back 2019. No, I follow y'all. Because I fuck with y'all. We had a conversation. We cool. But like any random
don't be so messy.
Yeah, any random person that I see, I'm not really following, because I feel like I set my, like Saquon Barkley, I think said my top quote of the new year. He said, "Your 2019 gonna be exactly like 2020 if you don't do shit different." And a lot of my stress I was coming from was seeing Instagram hoes, seeing this, so I don't follow all them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So my shit is pure. I have dogs on my Explore page. They'll say Frenchies and Shar-Pays. All on my shit. Yeah, I get them. I get some. Yeah. So it's cool, but it's like, I just want to move a little different. So anything I feel like I was abusing, I'm just working on that new year so I can control that shit. So I ain't worried about no hoes. I ain't worried about no.
Shout out to Marc B.
Yeah, bro. I'm with that, bro, and I'm trying to push that to people. You know what I'm saying? I push this. I ain't no vegan and nothing. I eat chicken. I eat salmon. I eat all that. So don't think I'm damn big Mr. Healthy, nothing like that. I eat the same shit
Dr.
regular.
Sebi.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But also, I'm just aware, like, this shit ain't good for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that steak, that shit ain't good for you. So just work on shit like that. Work on your mind. Work on your mind. Work on your body.
Lifestyle steps.
Yeah, for real.
Lifestyle
God. So yeah, man, DJ Marc B, anywhere, shit, with a C. For sure.
No K.
No K.
Better
no K at all.
Another dope episode in the books, man. First one of 2020. Hit that subscribe.
Happy New Year's.
Subscribe.